Hello everyone, Logan from Curated Avalon, and today I will be further discussing the Moleskine issues. We've been talking about the quality control with Moleskine products and just how much some of us in the notebook world community absolutely adore Moleskine notebooks. Like, they are just the thing that we want to use, they're comfortable, we like the paper. It is what we want to continue using. However, we've had such issues with Moleskine's quality control through the years, and it seems to just be getting worse. Now, I've discussed before how I've had issues in dealing directly with the company as far as ordering and actually receiving the products that I ordered. Sometimes they're swapped for other products that I did not order. Sometimes I wouldn't receive what I'd ordered at all. And they started that monogramming a few years ago, and the quality control on that as well. I would receive things with like half of the letters missing, and that's something you pay extra for. And visually seems like something that you could immediately go, oh, that didn't work out too good, I need to do that again. Probably a service that they should have dropped if it couldn't be controlled. It's just sometimes you have these things in your businesses or whatever, that it was a good idea, it just didn't pan out as you needed it to. However, Seaweed Kisses over on her channel, she has been trying to figure out if we can tell the quality level of the paper of a Moleskine notebook from the exterior packaging. So before we actually put our hard-earned money into a notebook that we really truly want but might not be getting. We have had so many commenters say buying from Moleskine now is like playing the lottery. You just don't know if you're going to win with good paper or not. So the running theory is that if the label says paper supporting responsible forestry, that is a good quality paper as opposed to a poor quality. Whereas if the label says paper from responsible sources, it's going to be a bad paper. Now, when I tried this, it was kind of a mid quality. It did bleed through. It just wasn't the absolute worst. I mean, do I want that? No. It just wasn't the worst that I've had from Moleskine. I had one notebook that did have lined paper that said the paper supporting responsible forestry, and the paper was a poor quality. However, that was lined paper, and the lined, the grid, the dot, all of those printed papers go through a separate process, and so we might just not be looking at a higher quality paper in that instance, period. I'd say there's some quality variance within that too, because I've had the lined paper, I know at least, be very super high quality, very usable with fountain pens, and I loved very much. So there's still quality variance in there as well. If you've been watching my channel for a while or have looked back through my Moleskine videos, you'll have heard me talk about all of the issues that I've had with dealing directly with the company and getting the product I actually ordered. I finally had to break it off with them because these notebooks were just, they're what I love to use, and they are what work for me. So I would keep ordering and I would use them, and it was what worked. But one of my last orders, well, kind of the second to last order, because I did an order, and I will link that video below just to see if I actually got what I ordered and how the quality was in those notebooks, and with the monogramming and all that, you can check that out. But prior to that order, my last one, they literally asked me to commit like postal fraud. And it was really bizarre. They had not sent me an item. They said that they sent it to me. I did not receive it. They claimed it was in an envelope. It was impossible for it to have fit in that envelope. It was like this very small mailing envelope that was for like one of their tiny little pocket notebooks. They claimed that an extra large one was in there. I'm emailing back and forth with the company going, look, that's just not possible. You did not send me this. You're claiming it was in this envelope. It could not have possibly been in this envelope. So they sent me this thing to fill out saying that the post office had lost it in the mail. It was this whole thing. Now, I wasn't comfortable with that. I'm like, look, and I kept emailing back and forth and getting clarification and going, all right, what is it that you're asking me to do with this form? Oh, you're saying that it's lost in the mail. Well, it wasn't lost in the mail. According to them, it couldn't have been. So, long story short, that was just too weird for me and I stopped ordering. And through the years, as many issues as I've had with ordering and getting the wrong thing or them not sending it, getting that resolved was as simple as an email. Like I would just email and say, look, here are the photos of this product. It's, highly damaged or whatever the problem was. And they would just send a replacement. And I found that to be fairly acceptable. I mean, they can see what's going on with the product with the photos, or lack of. If the product isn't there, they can track the package and see how heavy the package was. There are ways to tell from some of these things. But that last one, they're like, yeah, it was lost in the mail. Please sign this very official form. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I stopped ordering from them at that point and just bought off of eBay or Amazon. And that is where I ordered these from. I ordered these from Amazon. They came from 2 different sellers, which I didn't really pay attention to at the time. However, I just opened this one. It is a black plain hardcover. What I ordered was an extra large soft cover in blue sapphire. So I have the extra large in the plain paper is correct. However, the rest of the finish just simply is not. I mean, it's not a soft cover in blue sapphire. And I just kind of got this bizarre feeling. I'm like, I wonder if Moleskine has an Amazon store. So I went and checked my order. I had in fact ordered the blue sapphire with a soft cover and extra large plain, and it was from the Amazon Moleskine store. They sent me hardcover in black, which I will use. It just wasn't what I needed. So it's just a big mess, and I would really love to see them get themselves together and be the company that I think they put out there that they are. They have the ability to give us that lovely, gorgeous paper. I'd love to see it happen. I'd like to get what I ordered. That would be great. But yeah, the irony, the craziness, the bizarreness in all of this, yeah. While we're all discussing the Moleskine issues, this is another one, just getting what you ordered from them. So I am going to open up this notebook and I'm going to try out the paper. I'm going to see where this was made. It does say paper supporting responsible forestry, so this should be good paper. I'm going to crack into it and give it a try, and I'll compare it to the rest of these as well. So, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I want this company to be good. I want them to get their stuff together. I want to be able to buy from them with confidence that I'm getting the product that I think I'm buying. If you can't get the paper quality control issues resolved, at least let me get what I ordered. That would be nice. But yeah, there's really no hate here. I'm just like, let's get this resolved. I'm sure it can happen. All right, so this one is going to be manufactured in Turkey, which I think this one was as well, and it had decent paper. Like it was pretty good. I was satisfied with it. This one that was made in China, the paper was the best. It was super smooth and gorgeous and lovely. Okay, definitely has a little bit more texture than the made in China paper. And we have an orange quality control sticker. Not that we think they mean anything. But yeah, this doesn't feel as thick or as smooth. Yeah. I would think it would be just like this. I keep picking up like 2 pieces and that feeling like the Made in China paper. It's really close. I think this feels not quite as good as this. This feels just a little smoother. I will get a writing sample onto this. I'll just grab, let's see, got my Pilot Vanishing Point. This has Dark Matter. It's a medium nib. And this pen does write a little on the fat side. And then I have my Relic pens, Thomas Jefferson pen. This has Noodler's Rome Burning, now called Rome. Hit a spot there. And then I have my Leonardo. And this has Diamine Writer's Blood. And this is a fine nib. These other 2 are mediums. This might not have really any ink left. Kind of drained it. I'll just cap that and deal with that mess later. I mean, I find that to be acceptable. I mean, we've got ink samples. I'm having a hard time getting it to focus because there's like nothing there for it to look at. They're very wet. I don't really see any bleed through. Some dampness. Little touch of it there. I find that to be acceptable. It's not as smooth as the Made in China paper. I think that's fine. I mean, that Rome Burning ended up bleeding through quite a bit. I think after the notebook had been closed, it bled through. And same here, like I don't think it really bled through until I closed the notebook. I find that to be perfectly acceptable. I think the Made in China paper feels the best. Made in Turkey paper works just fine. So as far as we can tell from this, at least with my very small control group, the Made in Turkey plain paper, if it says the paper supporting responsible forestry, seems to be pretty solid. Any of the other printed papers that says paper from responsible sources hasn't been good for me so far. End up getting major bleed through. But I'm satisfied with that. Like if that's what I'm getting, I prefer this gorgeous silky smoothness, but that's great too. I'll take it. So I don't know if this proves anything or not, but at least so far with the plain papers, the Made in Turkey and the Made in China are pretty good, and I'm gonna have to leave it at that for a little while anyway, unless I can think of something else, because I don't need any more moleskins for a while, although I do need an extra large plain in blue sapphire moleskin. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know if you are going down this rabbit hole with the Moleskine community and trying to figure out if we're going to get good notebooks or not. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching.